Jen, and we've got Jamie. Okay, so what do you like? Teacher, youth worker. What do you like about being here versus a mainstream school?
Do you want to go first? You want me? Well, I like working more one-on-one with the students. In mainstream, it's so easy to get lost in a class of 30 students. You don't really see that progress of growth in students as you do here. It might not be as quick here, but it's nice to see the overall growth of students and just be able to know that you're making a bigger change than in a class of 30 students.
Good answer.
Yeah, what I like about our school is that we get to know our students really, really well, and we get to meet more of your needs here at a learning center because we do get to know you really, really well. So that's my favorite thing about our school is that we get to know our kids really, really well, and yeah, we get to see you guys grow.
Okay, do you guys have any hidden talents?
I don't. If I had coins, I can balance a lot of coins on my very weird hitchhiker's thumb. This is a genetic trait, but mine's just like really. So if we had quarters, I could stack quarters on that. I have change in my classroom, but
Talent.
That's like a good
that's a good one.
adult nighttime after a few pops.
Pop.
The party gets busy.
Yeah, library books. I have absolutely no weird talent. I have no weird talent.
Do you have any talent?
What's a weird
Do I have
talent?
any talents? Thanks, Jenna. Do you have anything to offer at all? I don't. I like to crochet.
There we go.
There we go.
It's one of my talents. And kind of weird.
There you
But
go.
look at your guys' faces. You're like, oh my
How
God,
old is
this
she?
Okay, next question.
Okay. Do you guys have any advice for us before we leave for good?
I don't want you to leave. That's my advice.
Okay, so I'll stay here forever until I'm like 25.
Okay, you go.
Well, maybe not that old, but
She's like,
I don't
we
know,
have
what
enough
I
for you by
say?
then.
High school is really tough, and it seems like a really long process while you're in it. But in the end, it's really a small, non-significant part of your journey. You're going to meet so many other people and find your own group out there once you finish. I know teens can get really hooked into high school. It's really important. This is my life. It sucks, blah, blah, blah. Nobody understands me. But when you get out there, you will find your group. And you will
Your
find
village.
Your village, yeah. So
That's awesome.
even though it's a long haul right now, it's so short in the rest of your journey that you're going to. So all the hardships that you go through, you're going to look back and they're going to be insignificant later on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Gets much better after high school.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah.
want to say. Life is better after high school.
I think advice to future to you guys. What camera are we gonna look at? You're tough. I know times are tough, but so are you. You guys can do it.
What do you like about being here versus a mainstream school?
Oh my gosh, so I taught at mainstream school for 7 years, and I often joke, although I'm not joking, that the students are at the Learning Center for similar reasons that the teachers are. So it's the classes of 30 plus, the 4 classes a day, the hustle and bustle. It can be overwhelming. Being in a school of 1,200 people, you don't get to really know people. There's a lot of students you don't know their names, a lot of staff you don't really know them very well. So I love on the flip side of that, the size, the opportunities for connections with students, the smaller classes, so we really get to know you guys. And we have more opportunities to customize our curriculum and customize what we teach and how we teach based on your interests. So we often say that the Learning Center is like a gifted program, and we have so many smart, skilled, exceptional students who just don't fit in what the mainstream wants them to be, like cookie cutters. And we have a lot of really creative, unique, caring students. It's just an awesome place to work, and we often say it's like a family, and that's very true.
Oh, okay. Do you have any hidden talents?
Well, I do really like mommy blogging.
Instagram famous.
I really do love the social media thing, and I know that it seems kind of silly, but it's a really great way of being creative. and connecting with other moms. And it's really hard for moms to get out of the house after work. So it's a cool way to be, again, creative. And as an English teacher and art teacher, it's a lot of looking at students' work and encouraging your creativity. But the momming blogging thing is just kind of like a selfish thing I do for me, and it's been a really cool way to connect with other moms as well. So.
And lastly, do you have any advice for us before we leave for good?
I would say stay curious and be brave. And when I say be brave, I mean put yourself out there. Get to know different people, get to know your teachers, get to know the youth care workers, and sign up for the different opportunities we have. We have so many field trips in this school. I haven't ever taught in a school that has so many amazing field trips for you guys. Say yes to them. Even if one of your friends isn't going or you don't know anybody who's going, go and try to meet or connect with one or two other people, and you'll be really glad you did.
Just like I said about the school, about the relationship piece, is that's going to be the most important thing in your life, are the relationships that you build with friends, family, co-workers. When it all kind of shakes down as you get older, that's what it all boils down to, the relationships that you have and the people that you care for. The other thing would be to find something that you're passionate about when you're thinking about where you're going to work and what you're going to do for your life. Something that gets you excited. Don't just focus in on the money. Obviously we need money to live, but relationships and having a passion in life will make you a very happy person.
Awesome. Okay, what do you like about being here versus a mainstream school?
I think that probably the main reason that I enjoy the Learning Center versus a mainstream high school is that I'm able to work with students side by side every day, so less kind of administrative kind of work and equal amounts of time with students.
Oh. Okay, do you have any hidden talents?
Well, one thing that I've been told that I don't know if it's a talent, but it's something that's probably a strength for me for sure, and that's that I'm a good listener, and I've been told that by a lot of people, and it's something that I think helps me in the work that I do as well.
Okay. And lastly, do you have any advice for us before we leave for good?
Lots of advice for every student, of course, before they leave. But a couple of things that come to mind are that I encourage every student to follow their heart in their future and be true to themselves. Right? I think those things are really important for people to find happiness and kind of live the life that they want.
What do you like about being here versus a mainstream school?
I actually like the fact that at this school, the teacher and the student are here, and we treat each other like equals instead of, the teacher being here and the student being here.
I like that. Okay, do you have any hidden talents?
You know what? If I had a talent, I wouldn't hide it.
Oh, snap.
Right? I honestly, I don't know. I don't think I'd ever hide a talent. I would want people to see my talents.
Do you have any talents?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty decent at some sports. There's some other little hobbies that if I am ever interested in anything, I actually pursue it. I think that's about it.
And do you have any advice for us before we leave for good?
Not to be afraid. And when you come to this school, hopefully life will greet you with the open arms that we provide you guys here.
Aww. What do you like about being here versus mainstream schools?
I prefer being at the White Rock Learning Center because we have more one-on-one time with students, and I feel like we get to build a real solid relationship with everyone here. And I feel like it's more like a family-oriented structure versus, you know, it being more of a dictator staff versus student. So that's why I like it here.
Okay, and do you have any hidden talents?
Hidden talent would probably be cooking and baking. I can take like kind of like on Chopped where they give you 4 random ingredients. I can take that and like make a meal out of it. Or if I go to a restaurant, I'm pretty good about going home and recreating the meal without a recipe. So I'd say that's my hidden talent.
Ooh, okay, and do you have any advice for us before we leave for good?
Don't worry about what you're gonna do for the rest of your life. I went through many career changes and I didn't figure out what I wanted to be until I was about 30 years old. So I'd say take it easy on yourself and don't put too much pressure on figuring out what you want to be for the rest of your life when you're only 18 or 19 years old.
So what do you like about being here versus a mainstream school?
The biggest thing for me is actually getting to spend time getting to know you guys, the kids. I think that creates a much more meaningful experience both for me and for the students that are coming here. And because of that, I find that students never take the time here to ask, why do I have to learn this? Because we already can make that clear and we can have that conversation while it's happening. So I find that really awesome, being able to empower the students while they're here.
Okay, do you have any hidden talents?
I sang in the choir for 11 years, starting when I first went to university, and I had never sang before that. So I just picked it up after I graduated.
Okay, and do you have any advice for us before we leave for good?
Take the time to make use of the resources that are here for you. These people are genuinely invested in you being successful and in enjoying the time while you're working towards graduation. The other piece of advice is don't be too scared about what comes after. I had a really great high school experience and I still loved what came after. You don't have to have everything figured out right away. My entire life went according to plan and I ran away from that plan only 5 years in. So it's okay that you're not going according to plan. It'll all work out and you have the supports you need to get there.
Awesome.
Working at a learning center versus working at the mainstream. I think we get to actually learn here, not do education. There's some really interesting people come through here, and they're very different, unique, and beautiful. And we get to make the education work for them based on what students bring, and that's really fun and inspiring, and you know, it grows my heart two sizes bigger, like the Grinch. And still Christmas. So it's very satisfying in that respect, and I think it's just a great way to do education. Meet the student where they're at and work from there and find something that's interesting.
I love that. Okay. Do you have any hidden talents?
Hidden. I don't know. I think everyone's seen my guitar playing and harmonica playing. No, nothing. House renovations, car repairs, I don't know. You don't see that side of me.
Just being handy.
Yeah. As Red Green said, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. So that's where I go.
Okay, and do you have any advice for us before we leave for good?
Continue being yourselves, and working on the best possible versions of yourselves, which is what I see most people here doing. So, and it is, it's not easy out there. Don't ever think it's easy out there. It's hard work, and again, to quote Red Green, keep your stick on the ice, and we're all in this together.
Aww. 2, 1. Woo! Yeah, versus a mainstream school.
It's more like versatile with the students. Like they care more.
Yeah.
I was about to swear.
Okay. Do you have any hidden talents?
Hidden talents? No. No. I can lift my legs up like to the back.
Okay. So, do you have any advice for new students?
For new students? Oh, fuck. Sorry. I was gonna say get your shit done, which is alright. I don't know, just like don't fool around. Like it's fun here, yeah, but it's so easy to get behind, and you'll end up like not
A lot of the other
graduating.
kids here.
Yeah. Like get your stuff done. That's advice that everyone needs to hear. That's what I needed to hear when I first came here because I'm fucking grade 10 math right now.
I'm not prepared for this. It's okay. What do you like about being here versus a mainstream school?
Well, ever since the first day I came here, it's been like just a huge family. The teachers, they're not like actual teachers. I mean,
They are.
they are, yeah, but
They're
yeah,
a lot
it's
more
just-
lenient and cool.
Yeah, it's just a giant family, the learning center. Everyone loves it here.
Oh, yeah.
It's comforting.
Do you have any hidden talents?
I can carry 6 plates on my arms.
Oh, damn.
Whoa.
Nice. Okay, and do you have any advice for new students?
Don't be shy, because no one here is mean, no one here is anything but nice and open.
Awesome.
And just try hard in school, because it's super easy. You can get a class done in like a month.
What do you like about being here versus a mainstream school?
I find coming to school here, it's a lot more personalized. At mainstream, they really don't have the same attention, or they don't really care as much, I guess, is one way of putting it, as much as they do here. It's more, oh Lord.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Do you have any hidden talents?
Well, I do a lot of photography.
Oh, really?
I do. I know, it's crazy. Do a lot of landscapes and stuff like that, and I go longboarding a lot, so I guess that's a talent on its own. Pretty talented.
Do you have any advice for new students?
Don't be scared. It's not as intimidating as it looks. It's the people here are really nice. They're very involving, I guess is one way to put it. Yeah.
Awesome. What do you guys like about being here versus a mainstream school?
They let you work at your own pace, and they're more understanding than mainstream schools.
You don't have to sit and listen to teachers talk for like an hour. You just do your work, and if you have questions, you ask if you don't understand something.
Okay. Do you guys have any hidden talents?
Well, I've been a competitive cheerleader for 12 years.
Oh.
Pretty flexible. I don't know.
Do you have any, Riley?
What's your hidden talent, right?
Come on. Yeah, you do. What is it? Oh, I can twist my arm all the way around.
I can
Let's
take
see
a
it.
fat job.
What?
Oh wait, I can't say that. Never mind. Don't.
Woo!
That was loud.
Wait, no, don't stop. There's one more. Okay. Do you have any advice for new students?
Don't fuck up.
Don't
Mess up.
Don't slack off just because they're more understanding. Still try your hardest, and it'll get you somewhere.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right, thank you guys.
Here versus a mainstream school.
There's smaller classes, so I get more attention. Like in math class, I used to struggle a lot, and because it's smaller here, I can get more help from Victoria. And Cam is really great. All the teachers are really great. They actually help me with what I want to do. Like Cam is helping me with my art portfolio.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any hidden talents?
I do art. That's not that hidden though.
He's really good. He's really
Good to know. Okay. And do you have any advice for new students?
Don't be afraid. Don't look afraid. Just try to talk to people. Like everyone's nice here. Everyone will talk to you. You don't have to worry about it. Go out on breaks and talk to people.
Awesome. Okay.
So, what do you like about being here versus a mainstream school?
Here, class sizes are smaller, so like there's more interaction with like the teacher. So like if I need help, I'll be like, yo, Kama, I need some help. And she just comes right over, right? Also, everyone here is like very friendly. Like I just walk up to people that talk to them, they talk to me, you know, it's not like, you know, regular schools where everyone's got their clique, you know? I can talk to like whoever I want. Everyone loves me. You know, everyone here is so friendly.
Okay. And do you have any hidden talent, school appropriate?
I can do a cartwheel.
Can we see it?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
That's my cartwheel.
Okay. And do you have any advice for students like new students coming into the Learning Center?
Don't be afraid of learning centers. Learning centers are great. I love it here. I can just poke around all day, do whatever I want. You know, it's great.
Thank you, Nick. What do you like about being here versus a mainstream school?
Well, I like this school better because one, the teachers actually want to talk to you. They want to see how you're doing and see how you are personally, and not just trying to make sure that you're doing your work all the time and making you more stressed out. So that's why I like the school better.
Do you have any hidden talent?
Yes, I'm double jointed both ways. I can go like that with my fingers, and then I can go backwards as well.
Ew.
Oh my god.
Okay. Ew. Do you have any advice for new students?
Come here, bring your all, and honestly, if you have a stressful day, don't worry about it. Shit
Awesome.
happens. Gotta get through it.
Awesome.
So, High School and Bad Kids is a speech that I wrote, which Cameron wanted me to include in this video. So here it is. Growing up is hard, everybody knows that. Your parents are meant to lead you through most of the mess most of the time. Like telling you to stay away from certain people, eat breakfast, brush your teeth, do your homework. Although not everybody is lucky enough to say that they got the guidance they needed when they were kids. Every kid gets treated the same though, apart from those with visible mental and physical illnesses. Every kid must go to school, and even with all the different types of children filing into the school on the daily and the different learning styles, trauma, and mental disabilities, everybody must follow the same rules. Everybody must sit still and listen. Everybody must only speak in class when spoken to or called on. You literally have to ask to go to the bathroom until you're 18 years old. And for some kids, it's nearly impossible to learn in that environment. Do you want an overdose that I found alternative learning? Even just the first day of being showed around the school, I know how it worked, and I knew it was my key to getting myself in that graduation cap and gown. Being comfortable in a class and around teachers makes a school life a completely different experience. Being on a first-name basis with each other, there's no power struggle. Being able to grow a real relationship with teachers because they don't see 200 plus kids a day. It really helps them get to know each other's personal learning styles. And since I've been able to feel happy about showing up to school, I don't feel the need to get high before class or skip to go drink. I found a way to balance my life because school found a way to balance my learning styles. Bad kids aren't always rebelling, sneaking around because they're bad people. They're just misunderstood. This year I'm walking the stage in my cap and gown, and I can't say I would have made it to that point if I had stayed in mainstream schools. So here's to the teachers who never believed in me, and here's to the ones who did.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Pass downs.
Just do something. Just do something. They're walking.